Front Row MMA here at Lionheart Fighting Championships with Jack the Honey Badger Owen. Jack, it was a fairly quick fight, so I'm guessing they're not paying you by the hour.
No, not at all.
Is that the kind of fight you expected? It was quite a tentative start, feeling the distance out. Were you expecting it? Were you expecting him to be a little more aggressive, or?
Well, with the fight at the start of it, I looked at him and he really wanted the war. I wasn't going to draw into his game because myself, I like to have a technical fight. I'll have a war and I'll stand and bang. You know what I mean? But I'm not here to get my head knocked off. I'm here to win fights. You know what I mean? So
once the clinch was initiated, he got you in kind of like that, for lack of better terminology, it was like the schoolyard headlock, kind of reminiscent of Miletich and Carlos Newton. Yeah. How tight was that? Were you in trouble at all? Because it looked really tight, but it also looked like a side headlock.
No, it was like having a pillow wrapped around me, really. I didn't, not taking the mick. I mean, it was a good fight, and he did hit me hard, but it was just an old school head. I just thought to myself, I'm going to wait this out, and then once he starts getting up, I'm going to do my game plan.
As soon as he stood up, you got the clinch, and it's a judo background, isn't it? Because that was an incredible throw. Again, is that what you were waiting for, just to be able to get in tight and get the position you wanted?
Yeah, as soon as he had that schoolyard leg, I thought, okay, then I'll wait for him. As soon as he got up, I did what was called uranagi, which is a judo throw. Threw to the back, took the mount, and then from there worked.
It's quite obvious that you're real comfortable in the grappling transitions, and that's obviously one of your greatest strengths. Where's the evolution of you as a fighter going to be next? Because you looked handy on your feet, you looked awesome on the ground. Are we going to see more improvement in the striking? Or you just keep working around your judo?
I'm going to work around all my bases. I mean, with my judo, it's gave me a great background, my submission, my takedowns, everything from the start. But what I really want to do is really get that knockout, you know what I mean? My striking is what I've been working on in this camp, and evidently you could see it with able to do my kicks and everything. I'm just trying to make my game even better.
You know, how important is it for you to stay active and fight quite a lot during this year? Or are you happy to be guided by, obviously be guided by your fight team, but when would you like to get back in the cage?
Well, I love to fight. It's like eating breakfast for me. It's every day and it never gets old, you know what I mean? It's what I live for, and if someone tells me you're fighting tomorrow, I'm already training every day. It doesn't concern me. I'm ready for when they want me to fight. I'm there, you know what I mean? Just call me up. I'm here. Honey Badger's ready, you know what I mean?
You're fighting under the amateur rule set. I mean, we saw a teammate of yours, Tim Wild, make his pro debut tonight. How many fights away are you from your pro debut? You're in no rush at the moment?
I'm in no rush to go pro, purely because I want my amateur belt. I want to have a belt first. I want to wear some gold before I start going pro, because I want to have that experience. I want to have that feeling. I want to be known that I can win a challenge. I can do a high level. You know what I mean? But I'm in no rush to go pro. But when I do, I'll sure put on a show.
You're going to wait till you're ready, I suppose.
Like I said, my coach John, all the fight team. You know what I mean? We all progress at our own levels, and John will always tell me, as well as Brendan, everybody in UTC will always tell me when I'm ready to make that step. Until I'm ready, I'm just there training every day, teaching and doing what I can.
I've asked this question to many of the fighters who fight out of the Stas UTC team, and I'm going to ask you the same one. You know, how important is that group of lads to helping you become a better fighter?
I'm going to be honest, they're family. You know what I mean? There's so much of my life now. Before I came there, I only had, I had judo, and I had people, but I never really fit in as much as when I've come to UTC. I come to UTC and my family, and without them, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be able to put on as good a performance I have without my teammates, without everybody that have had helped me, like Tim, who's gone pro, Connor, Niall, Tobias. You know what I mean? To me, I couldn't ask for more, ever.
You know, I've asked this question to a number of fighters as well. This is my first time at sort of Lionheart, and what they do with the funds that's raised and how they invest back into the grassroots. As an amateur coming up, how important is it that promotions do this for the guys who are starting out, as opposed to focusing on their 5-0 or 6-0 pros?
Oh, it's very important, because without your grassroots, obviously, as you know, there won't have many fighters coming through. I mean, it takes such things as the Ultimate Fighter. they're like grassroots to bring in their next top level fighters, like they did with Series 1 with Forrest Griffin and the Dream Sanchez. You know what I mean? They bring them through, and this is what the LFC is doing. It's just home based. People come and fight, and then they get their experience and they get what they need, and I think it's so important.
So, you know, sometimes on what you'd consider the smaller shows, not your BAMO, your Cage Wars, or what have you, there's a tendency sometimes for people to go, well, you know, they've matched so and so up with a can, so and so up with a can, so and so. In this case, it seems that, you know, the matchmaking is designed to push not just the Staffordshire fighters, but the guys coming in as well. Is that a fair comment?
Yeah, exactly. It's never always matched up with him, and he's great at standing up and he's not, so we match him together. It's not nothing like that. It's make sure that both fighters are even, so anyone can win, you know what I mean? We're not a one-sided show.
Yeah.
We do it so it's even, so both fighters get a chance, and the better man wins on the night, and then you just go back and you train hard and you realise this is where I went wrong, and you know what I mean? You don't improve if you don't fight anyone the same standard. Yeah. It's like, what's the point of going to Bama and fighting someone who's terrible and thinking you're amazing? Yeah. Get to UFC, get handed to you. There's no, you know what I mean? I'm going to be like, there's no point.
Yeah.
So that's how I look at it.
I want to thank you very much for taking the time after your fight to chat with us. And before we let you go, is there anybody you want to give a shout out to? Anybody you'd like to give a thanks to?
I'd like to give a thanks to Bren, John, UTC in the whole, everybody. You know what I mean? I like to give a thanks out to Walsall College and my tutor Steve, who really helped me during this situation. Everything. I like to give. Just there's so many people I could give a shout out to. Lionheart, Hardy Spicer Judo Club where I train. Wolverhampton as well, you know what I mean, they've always been there. Wolverhampton University, the greatest university, they've really helped me as well. And are really important people to me, mum and dad, who've always been there. And
any sponsors yet?
Walsall College, that's it.
Need some sponsors. Fantastic performance. I want to say thank you very much for your time. It was a great performance, and we look forward to seeing you fight again. Thank you.
Thank you.